What up, little android? SonicFanGal here, and be sure you subscribe to me because I am trying to get to 300, plus it's free. It's just something to do, you might as well. Also, be sure you follow my other pages for more content that I've done and am still doing. And also be sure you read my books. I've got plenty of books right now on the market. And I am also posting May the Wellerman Come on Sundays, Snownado on Mondays, and Your Boyfriend on Wednesdays. So there's my little schedule for you guys. I will always post on Wattpad my conversations, so that way everybody will know. Alright, so this is a video that I'm getting started on. I will be introducing my vitamins I'm taking, because I was hoping and figuring that maybe it might help some people, and might give people some awareness that taking vitamins isn't a bad thing, because some people think taking pills are bad, but it's only if it's addictive is it a problem. So I hope that I'll be doing this, and be sure you check me out. Alright, so before I begin, I was going to do a little bit of a life story. I was diagnosed with anemia at age 11. I've had it since birth. It's just it's a mess. It's a thing that is really hard on me a lot of the time. And when I was 16, I broke my nose and I busted this part of my membrane, and it gave me amnesia for about 2 hours. And now I can't remember nothing, and I have a really god-awful snort when I laugh, and it hurts like crazy. Like, I hate snorting. It's awful. So I was about 17 years old, 17 or 18. It was my senior year of high school, and I was having issues being dizzy and having headaches all the time. So I got prescribed with B12. It is a Spring Valley. It's a gummy, and I highly recommend it because it really does me good, and it will actually like help me like with stop spinning around, and it also helps with your immune system. So I've been taking this for good, let's see, I'm 21 now, a good while. I'll just say that. I don't have the time to do the math in my head. Aside from that, right when I turned 18, I also got diagnosed with premenstrual dysphoric disorder, pmdd for short. And these are actually the vitamins I take that help me with this. It's actually more of a mental than an endocrine issue. And for those of you who don't really know what pmdd is, it's basically where your body doesn't really know what you are. Like, I'm a cisgender female, but my body thinks that I'm a male, if that makes sense. No, I don't have a penis. So this is the stuff I take. Let me find something. This is just natural estrogen. I take that for fertility and for my body, because my body has a lot of testosterone in it, which is really bad for a female to have. Because right when I was 11 or 12, I started developing an Adam's apple, as well as facial hair. That wasn't good. So I have to take that usually for about like 12 days, which is really helps. It really helps with period cramps and stuff. Speaking of periods, this is Premen's tea. I actually got this at a Whole Foods market, and it changed my life. Like, I no longer have very bad cramps. I don't bleed as heavily as I do. So, in case you're wondering, guys, for men out there, this is probably a female video, like mostly for women instead of men. Just gonna tell you guys that up front. But it has helped me so much. Like, it's like a miracle pill. I also take that for like every 12 days out of the month, and it really helps with like, if you cramp during ovulation, if you have that, it helps with that, and it helps with period cramps, and it helps with PMS really good. So be sure you guys check that out as well. You also don't have to take food with it or nothing. It does taste a little weird, but you get used to it. This is Magnesium. I take this because I kind of like have insomnia. Sorry, pill dropped. I have insomnia also. Yeah, I have a lot of issues, but it really does help a little bit with insomnia, and it also helps with my mood. Like, I can get a bit cranky at times, and I have quite a bit of a temper. I'm sure some people have seen that, and if you work with me, I'm sure. But I also take that every 12 days, and it helps improve my cognitive thinking, it helps improve my memory, and it helps me sleep better. So I do take it, and I recommend it because I also got that at Whole Foods. You can get it at Whole Foods, you can get it, I think, at Kroger. I think. I could be absolutely wrong. I don't really know if Walmart sells them. I've never seen them at Walmart. Also, this is iron gummies. Gosh, these I'm still trying to get rid of. They're a bit bitter. Like, I'm not kidding. They taste like you're licking a metal pole. It's gross. But, I mean, I like what it does. It does taste awful, and, like, the texture is disgusting, but it does help. And I'm not saying that to bring down the company or nothing. I'm just being real. It really does help with, iron and with anemia. And if you have anemia and you're on your period and you feel dizzy, you feel like your vision's going in and out, and you got like a constant headache from the lack of iron that you have, that stuff really helps. It does really good. I always take it on my period, and it never has failed me. It also helps you not to bleed as heavily. And also, here's another pill I take. This is what I usually take on my days off because it actually knocks me out really good. It is melatonin. It is just straight up melatonin. I got this at Food City, and it's really good. Like, it has helped me sleep a lot. Like, I didn't think it would really work, to be honest, because there for a while, all through October, I was not getting sleep because my dad got an Australian Shepherd puppy, and I mostly had to watch her. So I would get up at like 5 in the morning, and because of that and because of my insomnia, I wasn't sleeping good. I got maybe 5 minutes of sleep, if even that. So I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating. Eventually I got very, very sick. So that really, I didn't know what to do. And I had somebody actually tell me about melatonin, and I took it on my day off because I didn't know the effects. And I'm so glad I took it on my day off. I would have been late for work. That stuff actually does work pretty good. It's a big knockout. So be sure before you do anything, take it 30 minutes before bed, because if you're like doing something in the middle of it, you're gonna pass out. So these are my other pills. This is one a day. This is for mood, basically. It also helps me with my skin, and it helps me with my anger a little bit. This is also another one a day, of course. I found both of these at Food City. The blue one actually helps me with my metabolism. In case you guys haven't noticed, I have a very low metabolism, but I've been losing the weight. So that's that. I also have these hair gummies that I forgot to bring in here, but they're these basically, and I got them from Walmart one year. I've been trying to help my hair grow out, which didn't help much when I was in college. And it helps. It does help my hair become a little bit more healthier. And in case you guys haven't noticed, I no longer have the red in my hair anymore, so that's a good thing. I got rid of it all with hair color removal. That was awful. It stunk, but it was worth it. I got a lot of the color out, I mean. It does show a little bit in light, just a little tad, but that was because when I was 13, I got highlights put in because I wanted to be a blonde growing up. But other than that's pretty much all I take. Now there is also a pill that I will mention. As you guys know about my doll piercings that I got a few years back. Let's see, I got them back in 2020. Yeah, it's been a year, actually. I put in right after my grandfather's funeral. Well, before it. It was literally the night of. Like, the night before, I mean. I was changing out my doll piercings. And what I didn't know was that it was going to change me, because the next few days, my ears started hurting so badly. And I actually wound up almost getting lockjaw. So, it was Sunday morning, I think. No, not Sunday morning. Thursday, I want to say. It was Thursday morning, which was Thanksgiving, I think. Yeah, we'll go with that. And I was trying to get them removed, and they would not get out. And this one over here was actually like a heart-shaped one. This one was like in the form of a chandelier. It was more fancy looking. And I could not get them out. Like, I almost had to call ER to get them out. It was awful. And when I did finally get them out, my heart one actually did go upside down for a little bit. And oh my goodness, that is horrifying. I wish nobody has to go through that. I really hope that. But I did finally get it out. When I did, there was so much rust, it was black. Yeah, I put in rusty doll piercings. It was horrible. Yeah, don't ever put in rusty piercings. I didn't know. I didn't know that they were rusted. So I had to march my happy little self over to a doctor's office to get examined. And if I had left them in any longer, I'd either be dead or I'd be suffering from severe blood poisoning, as well as tetanus, which I kind of developed. And they put me on Bactrim. Bactrim, it is a very strong dosage. And the reason why they gave me that was because of the tetanus and because of the blood poisoning. Because these piercings are very serious. So I took them for a little bit. The first day was alright. I didn't really feel like doing much. The second day I started feeling a bit sad. And that's when I started hearing things. Like, I would hear animals screaming in pain, or I'd hear people talking that weren't even in the room. And then on the third day, I just started seeing things too. Like, I remember at work one day, I saw this black dog walk in. And I remember asking one of my coworkers, I was like, hey, did you guys see that dog? And my coworker was like, okay, what? But I started feeling like really sad and like more and more depressed when I was taking those. Like, more depressed than what I usually am. So I actually called my mom because I was suffering really bad and I was having like really bad thoughts and I was seeing really bad things. And I told her, I said, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I feel this way, but I feel like this, I feel like that. And the second I told her half the stuff, she was like, okay, you need off those. So I looked them up. I looked up the side effects. And hallucinations was a major side effect. That affects a ton of people. But what I didn't know is an article of this young boy who was going to school and he got like an infection from an ankle injury, I think it was. Sorry about that. Anyway, he was a young boy and he had gotten an infection himself, and his doctor prescribed him on Bactrim. He was 18 years old and he was taking these pills and he just wanted to stay up in his room. Nobody talked to him, nobody spoke to him, and he just kind of stayed up there. The 7th day, his uncle was gone. He was dead. He'd been dead for a while. He came to him in a vision, and the vision told him that it was okay to shoot yourself in the face. And that's what the guy did. I don't know if he's alive or not. I couldn't read much after the article, but I told Mom about it, and my mom, of course, was like, you are throwing those pills away, and we're going to get you prescribed on something else. So that's what I've been doing. Not only that, but with the Bactrim, I got a very severe yeast infection. And this is for women only. I don't know if guys get yeast infection as much as girls do, but yeast infection really hurts. And it hurts worse than a period would. Like, honestly, when I was dealing with it so bad, I was like just praying that my period would come. Because if instead of like the stabbing, dull feeling of a period cramp, this felt like I was being crushed by a steamroller. It was bad. And not to mention the smell. It smells like something crawled up inside you and died. So I suggest, if you are taking Bactrim, I really hope that those effects aren't happening to you. But if they are, I suggest you stop taking them. Because I don't know where I'd be right now if I hadn't have. It was really bad. It was quite bad. Strong stuff. And that's my dog. Ignore her. I've already gotten onto her once. So now I'm taking this other medicine for my ear infection. And I'm almost done. I'm almost off it. Today's the last day, actually. And I'm also taking Fluconazole, which is to help with yeast infections. Those are really good. So if you do have a yeast infection, try it out because it really does help a lot. But aside from that, guys, that's pretty much what my vitamins are. And that's all I take all the time now. And have been for a good while. And they do work. So if anybody out there is suffering from premenstrual dysphoria, anemia, and maybe has bad issues with Bactrim, I suggest stop taking Bactrim immediately. I also suggest that you drink plenty of water. I need to start drinking more water myself. And I also suggest these vitamins. They really do help a lot, and I'm so blessed to have them. But I just wanted to make a video just to spread awareness for you guys and make awareness for myself. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you like this video, be sure you hit the like button. Also comment down below if you guys have any suggestions on medications or on pills or vitamins, what you think about these. Also be sure you subscribe to my channel. It's free after all. And I'm also trying to hit 300. And also be sure you follow my other pages for more content that I'm doing. And that's pretty much it. So, I'll see you around, little androids. Also remember, this isn't goodbye forever, this is just goodbye for now. But I love you, little androids, and God bless.